but he kind of filled me in a brief second. But he'll be on here. I think it'd be better that he does that because I don't want to be. God knows I said the wrong thing. I don't want to do that shit again. Shell, I think so. From what I just understood from Tony, I think they are very aware of it, actually. So he's going to jump on here real quick. Help find Caleb. Hey, no, you're perfectly fine. You don't ever have to give names out in public like that. Don't do that. I wouldn't suggest it. Angela, hey, Mysterious Al. So find Caleb Harris is pretty close to the case as far as that goes, and his social media, Caleb Harris's social media accounts, his phone pretty much come on, which is weird. And I think, hold on, there's Tony. Here, Tony's coming on. There you go.
What's up, brother?
Hey, man. So, sorry about this. I know I called out of nowhere. See this help find Caleb Harris?
Yeah, or if you can hear me, are you Josh or Drew's family member?
They don't want to give out that information because they said right above that, Tony, they said
no, it's got nothing to do
okay.
with safety. I'm very, very close to Josh and Drew both.
Okay.
So it is it is now public knowledge that they have cloned his phone.
Okay.
So all of anything that anybody had regarding Caleb's phone is going to be visible now.
Okay. She said Drew.
Yeah, Drew. I'm very, very close to Drew, and sweetie, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is, but I love Drew like a son. He's a great, great kid. I'm sure you know me. If you, matter of fact, I'm also friends with your mom, but I was with Randy when we took Josh and Drew fishing one night there at the inlet. But Drew's a phenomenal kid, so and I certainly understand. So, but yeah, if you guys remember we heard some weird things like the Secret Service and other things like that were involved in his case, and people couldn't understand exactly why that was. And now you're seeing why that was. The phone was completely cloned all the way down to the social media accounts and everything else. So that's why his phone shows active. I talked to Randy 2 days ago, and it is now back up like on Find My iPhone. Randy can see what would appear to be Caleb's phone, but it's a cloned phone.
Wow, that's insane. I didn't even know you could do that, man. She said that he is struggling with depression bad.
I gave Drew a hug last time I was in Corpus, and he broke down. And I think him and Randy and I all three had a crying moment there. I mean, he's just a wonderful kid, and that's part of the reason I got so angry early on when people were talking about the roommates, because we knew, unlike the Sebastian case where nobody's been cleared, the two roommates were cleared early, and it was for good reason.
I love how people are saying it's a fake account when it's somebody just not wanting to come out in public. Is what it is. I knew immediately when I seen it. I saw a message about that, and I'm like, I thought that Tony. Sorry, man, because I told her I was like, let me get Tony, please, because and now just to clear this up, Tony also stated, do you want me to do it from the Caleb Harris account or Sebastian account? I said, bro, I think at this moment it's just something I need you to get on for. So sorry about the confusion for everybody. He was literally, this is something that's his matter, and I don't want to speak wrong or say anything wrong on it for sure.
And unlike Sebastian's case, Stephen, I was very late to that case, but I know every single detail in Caleb's case. So, it's been a long time before we had any new information, but this phone getting cloned is a really, really big deal.
Yeah, and see, so can I ask something about this? And not to take from Sebastian today. This is Caleb's a big case too, for you. So my thing is with them doing that, they have to have access to an IMEIE, right? Or that device, a device that's able to produce a clone. So
Correct.
you'd be able to track a secondary location on the phone, correct? If that's possible.
You're 100% right. There's a lot of reasons, right? Locations, last minute messages, things like that, that might not have been captured on a smashed phone, or an iPad. You think about, we never found the phone. So in general, if you're connected to Wi-Fi, what happens on your phone will clone to your iPad.
That is true. Yeah, that's what my phone does that for my iPad, my Mac, and my iPad.
But if that phone is destroyed quickly, thrown in the water, whatever,
Right.
it doesn't have time to connect to the cloud to sync to the iPad. But cloning that phone will get that done.
Yeah, seeing that to me is crazy. I didn't know. So, because I think that's the problem with this whole software IMEI now, or IME. I don't remember how to say that, but you know what I'm talking about. Because now your phone actually has it, and you can release that IME and get a new one immediately from your carrier. And it used to be the card, the SIM card, and now it's literally dedicated to your phone, and you can just change it. So to me, that's dangerous as shit.
Yeah. Well,
It's
and what
pulling people's emotions, man.
and what what it should show everybody that's paying attention is that, now obviously you've got to go through a lot of subpoenas and a lot of warrants to make this happen, and it's
Yeah.
not going to happen over something that's not significant. But when you've got a missing persons case like this, we see now that getting rid of the phone is not going to make the data go away.
Yeah. See, and the only good part about that I say is a positive part is that they you can't hide you can hide so much, but you can't. Like once you do that, you're giving your phone that other phone has to give a signal to its location. So I honestly I hate to say this and I don't mean it in any way like that. I'm looking forward to seeing what law enforcement does with that then. Because man, God let it be something.
So one of your guests, Sassanach, said, "So you knew about this days ago?" Yes, I did. Randy let me know about it as it was getting ready to go live. That way, if things like this happened, I would understand how to address it.
I think that's commendable. You're just waiting for it to come out because maybe if it don't, you know what I'm saying, and it doesn't need to be made a big thing because of the eyes on it. You would say, I guess, um,
Yeah,
and with it being with law enforcement, I could understand that.
yeah.
What's Randy? I mean, how's Randy doing? Is he okay?
Yeah, Randy's it's a different situation because he's got a much larger family. He has a very, very supportive family and church congregation. And when you watch Randy and Becky, it's just amazing as to how strong their faith makes them.
I think think a lot of it. Yeah, I can see this both ways. Tony is like, being a parent, and we just talked about that earlier. Like, it's you could be when something happens to your kid, it's like there's this urge of wanting to blame. Like all the whys, right? Why did this happen to me? How could you let it happen? But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm happy to know that Randy's faith is super strong in his wife's, and that you know they're they're not blaming God for anything. That's good to know, man, because it's so hard not to do that. Cross that boundary, man.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. And somebody said the phone being cloned is discouraging. I mean, I actually think quite the opposite. I think it's very encouraging.
Yeah, yeah, no, because now this is given. See what I think that people's got to understand. I work in wireless cell phone towers specifically, and I know how tracking locations work with IMEs and all that, and how CDT and what all goes into it. To be honest, it's extensive as shit, and they can geofence that dumb. That I don't mean to say this. That the idiot that's doing this, they can geofence him, and it's not off of he may think he's cloned this phone, but he still has to have a primary serial or MO number to that phone or whatever device he's using.
No, you're exactly right. And so if you think about this, Stephen, think about the phone went dead at 2:58. But then, according to Snapchat, there was a snap sent at 3:03 after the phone went dead. Well, you know as well as I do, there's a discrepancy there.
Mhm.
So let's just say the last 10 minutes that phone was active. We don't really have a clear timestamp, but with the phone being cloned, it clears that up for us.
Got you. Can you elaborate on anything? I know you're on Sebastian stuff, but I think given that you're doing both of the cases, man, and what you're doing, I think I mean, to me, the name doesn't matter, man. I think you're bringing a lot to light, and you're doing good. And I think, like I said, Tony, I told you this on the phone. You know this. I may not agree with everything you do, but we don't have to agree with everything. I think that we need to all support you. I think that's the biggest thing is get behind, Sebastian and Caleb and stuff like that, and just support the families because they chose you, and you've not done anything that I consider would be just detrimental, man. I think we should all just, and I want to say that to my people in my live right now because I really want them to understand, like, we can we can do positive things, man. And Tony, I think you helped me bigger than shit today. I was telling everybody on my live today, dude, I was able to call you and set because my stuff was tweaked and you helped me out bigger than shit. I was like, Ben, knows these graphs like they do. It's you. So, because man, that was awesome. I'm in the middle of a damn lake and having to send Tony pictures of everything I'm looking at and what's going on. He's over here giving me a 30-minute crash course. So,
yeah, we found a road today, didn't we?
Yeah. There's a road. There's a whole ass road in Old Hickory, so which threw me off. The big thing. Oh, I know I'm shaking, y'all. I'm sorry, user. Can I ask a question with Caleb? Like, so as far as the phone stuff, is there any other information that's just not out yet that Randy is aware of, that you're aware of, that hasn't came out yet?
I will say this. No, it's a fair question. I will say this. It is my strong and educated opinion that there is a lot more that LE knows in his case than what they've shared with the public. And I mean that in the most positive of ways. I have a lot of confidence in Corpus Christi Police Department and all of the lettered agencies involved. And I think that one thing, the difference in that case is that they're communicating weekly with Randy Harris.
Yeah.
And they're letting him know that they're making progress every week. And if you ask them the question, are you closer to finding Caleb today than you were March 4th? They will say absolutely. We cannot get that answer out of the Hendersonville Police Department.
I don't know. Hey, help find Caleb Harris. She said no about something. I don't know what she's talking about. She may have forgot to tag somebody to ask a question on what you mean by his phone was cloned. So they're wanting you. So I can explain this, friends. So essentially, if you have an iPhone, it's a lot easier with iPhones, believe it or not. But any phone now from I think 2021, 22 started having the software IMEI numbers, right? And what it does, instead of you having a flip SIM card, a legit SIM card, if they are able to access your account through iCloud, anything, they can literally go in and copy all your data, everything that you have, and literally screen capture it. All of this, it's not much of a screen capture except software, right? It's no different when you think about how the how do I say this, Tony? It's like a TBI. Anybody when they start doing data wipes, when they literally get all this stuff. They may have your phone for 30 minutes, and you're like, they can't have done shit with it. Oh, they've got a lot. They've got everything they need.
Well, and let me answer. It's not really a question; it's a statement. But Summer Girl says, "I respect Stephen, but Tony gave permission for K9 cop and lawyer to say what they think happened." Listen, those guys respectfully asked me if they could discuss their theory. And they don't have to ask my permission for that. People discuss theories on every TikTok live, every YouTube. Everybody discusses theories. And all I did was give them permission to speak freely as two guys that came from not only law enforcement, but criminal defense attorney. So if I'm going to have case discussion, it's going to be a lot more educated with those guys than it's going to be Stephen and I talking.
That makes sense. I mean, that to me makes sense. 2019, the SVU detectives downloaded the phone. Yeah, so Cinnamon, and I am so sorry about your son. But yes, SVU. So exactly what they're doing is they essentially down everything from that phone. Now let's say that they have I don't know what Odin's going after. They have another phone or another device that can mirror. So it's just like me. I can log on through your computer, right? And if I log on to it, I could go through any desk, whatever it is. I can make you see a different image on my computer running a software program that doesn't allow you to see anything. And it just makes it look like another Windows XP. Like, and I say that because that's old as crap, but you get what I'm trying to say. The technology now is just way wild. And I'm going to say this with Tony, man, is that when you talk about somebody cloning it, I know that sucks because it gives a lot of false hope. When you see something come up and you see their social media active, you're like, oh shit. And I can see where it can upset a lot of people. But I have to say that in this instance where we have somebody that is missing that would have talked to his family without a doubt, right, Tony? With a shadow of a doubt, would have communicated with family, friends. And I'm sure Fine Caleb Harris could say this too, was really close to the roommates that you got to think he would have already been out in the open, so the fact that somebody's doing this allows the investigation to go deeper. Now that they're like, okay, shit, now we've got something to track and locate. And so they will, and I mark my words, they will dig and dig until they figure out where that phone or whatever device that is located.
Yeah, Ocean is your friend and mine. She asked a question about what the roommate's sister's name was. Ocean, I don't really know the sister's name. I can just say that whether she's legit or not is really irrelevant. I'm going to assume that she's being truthful, that she is Drew's sister.
She knows Drew and everything, Tony. I had to. I mean, yeah. She knew even in messages.
But,
she knew.
But even if worst case scenario, she's not who she says she is. It is now common knowledge and public knowledge that this phone has been cloned.
Cosby just asked you a question about. Are we talking about Sebastian DM? I'm assuming we are. Ocean, I would almost think so. But the ones asking about, I think they're asking about Sebastian. And they're saying, Tony, do you know if the in-laws' phones were looked at or if you're able to speak on it? Oh, okay. They said Hendersonville case. I'm sorry. I would say that's under investigation, and you probably wouldn't know that, right? I mean, I'm sure they have been very open about they've gotten a lot of data, like a lot. They downloaded everybody's stuff, but I don't know if it would be the grandparents. What do you know about that?
Are we talking about Sebastian?
Yes. Yeah.
I have zero idea whose phones have been looked at, and I don't even know that Seth knows that.
Can I ask you something while we're sitting here, man? You had made the statement the other day, and it was talking about they are reaching out now, but I'm assuming it's not like they are with Randy, obviously. But what do they do? Just deliver nothing burgers every week, or that's the words of Tim. That's what he would say. I mean, I'm just saying.
Here's what I would say without putting my foot in my mouth. I think they gave him a 2-hour meeting to settle him down. Okay. And I think that, it's one of those things where they come out and they say, hey, we don't like you doing this. We don't like you doing that. But, we are going to talk to you or whatever. And, if you'll take a deep breath on bashing us or whatever, then we'll keep the line of communication open. And I think we're going to be patient there. Cool. And just see if they're going to live up to their end of the bargain.
you know.
The only thing I'll say is that I was really, I know Nick had kind of upset a lot of people, and I was with Pete. I was talking to Peachy about this earlier when I was talking about when I got off the lake, and I had that storm rolling in because I got off the phone with you. I was actually talking. I was like, I think there's a storm rolling in, but you know, Nick I think made a lot of good points. The only thing that that really just kind of discouraged was it's it's just always there's nothing else. It's like we're where we were 3 months ago essentially, and that was discouraging, But to hear them say it is still an active investigation, absolutely, I was really good. I'm glad to hear that. It wasn't them saying that because they said this isn't a cold case, and that was good to hear that it's not a cold case.
Right. And you have one of your guests that said, so glad you were talking about Caleb's case. Look, just so you guys know, I mean, those of you that are not familiar with this, I am very, very close to Randy Harris. We work together. He is a friend of mine. He's like a brother to me. And I would be talking about Caleb's case every night if that's what Randy wanted. That's not what Randy wants. It's not what the family wants.
You got two different styles of families here.
100%. And you've got one dad that adamantly wants to keep his son's name out there on all platforms. And you've got another family, respectfully, that wants to, let law enforcement do what they're doing. And they don't, they don't want to. I think they've realized that if you're not talking about the case every day, then you're also not susceptible to the drama. So, and I can just tell you that the Harris family, that they do not do drama at all.
They're like you said, from what I understand, they are very heavy in their religion and with their church. So
very, very, very.
And I mean, that's a positive thing. If that's, let's just say this, if that's what's helping them get through all this, for the best that they can, I think that's a positive thing. I mean, it's like the 12-step program almost, right? It's not saying that you have to believe in God, but believe in something, believe in a higher power. And I think that, for anybody, I'm not, I know what I believe in, but I'm not going to force my beliefs on anybody. And sometimes it's nice to be able to, like, today I talked about it, Tony, like, to be honest, I'm frustrated, right? I can only go 3 to 5 miles an hour, and I want to cover a lot of grounds. And like I told you on the phone, it's like it's just discouraging. It just pisses me off that somebody says, "Oh, I'll be out there," right? And they don't show up. And it's like, a lot of people talk about it, but they won't be about it. And so I've had 3 different people do me that way now, and I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit. This takes me a month. I'll do it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and quite frankly, Stephen, it's easier for me to talk about Caleb's case because you've watched me the last month, and I've had to tell a lot of people I just simply don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I know everything about Caleb's case frontwards and backwards. I can talk about it in my sleep. So it's much easier for me to be a resource on Caleb's case because I was there from day one.
Astrology says something. Have the Harris family looked into the SOs like on Wind Hollow Drive?
I can tell you if that's ever been a tip that's come in, these guys have researched every single tip.
It's probably one of the best law enforcement agencies there is, to be honest, man. Because looking how they've handled the case, in my opinion, I know a lot of people are like, you're always going to have people on both ends of the aisle. You know how that goes, Tony. Like, at the end of the day, there's people that's going to be upset and say they ain't doing enough. But I'm going to tell you this, on that case, man, dude, they have a lot of press on that. And every time something is, even if it wasn't, I think when you remember when they were showing the video, I think it was a video where he was walking in between 2 cars at like an apartment complex. You know what I'm talking about, Tony?
Yeah, it was a Ring doorbell cam from the neighbor.
Yeah. So that when they got that, dude, they released it to the public, and it was like, hey, this, and I was like, holy shit, they come out with that quick, and you wish that every institution would do that, but I'm sure people they also have their own ways of investigating, obviously, and maybe there's, like you said, there's 2 different cases, worlds apart, still a missing young adult, I'll say, and a missing child, but they are, when you talk about the dynamics, they are way different.
Well, they are, and they had a lot of things different. They brought the letter agencies in very quick. They didn't make any bones about it. They did a press conference. They told everybody that they were bringing everybody in. They, we have,
If other people want to come in, I'll tell you who it is. Like before I bring them in. I know you probably can't be on here long because I know you're like me. You spend time with your wife for a little while, and then obviously. And I want to make this clear. Tony, you're cool with me saying this. There's a lot of reason why. Are you cool with that? Me saying this?
well, I don't know what you're going to say.
About why you get on late.
Oh yeah, sure.
So a lot of people don't understand this. I know because I work in cell phone towers and Tony works on cranes and like sells cranes and does what he does. There's a lot of man hours that goes behind that. So he's working a full shift there. Then he comes home. He has to spend time with his wife because Lauren's been on my ass, to be honest with you. And so I've had to, that's why y'all are seeing me get on later in the evening. And like during the day, during work time, I can deal with this. And he's doing the same thing. He's got a wife he loves, and he's just, so he waits until she's gone to bed and he hops on. So I just wanted to say that for you, dude, because I do understand that for myself. And it gets frustrating.
On your graph, and this is probably an offline conversation, it's going to bore the hell out of people.
Yeah.
But make sure that your idle speed is matched to what you've got your idle speed set on your graph.
I did. That's what I got upset about, to be honest, man, because I kept having the issues. And right before me and you talked, I was like, what the hell, dude? So when I called, it was back and forth actually, but you know what I mean? Like when I talked to you, I was like, shit, I didn't realize I had been going I thought I had to go slow as damn possible, like creeping, right? And then I find out my shit's set to 5. And I'm like, well, what the hell's 5 going to do? Well, believe it or not, 5 on the water is actually moving. Like I'm coasting through there. And dude, the image clarity was so much clearer.
As long as they match.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you what got me upset today, and I'll say this right here in front of everybody, is while I was going down and I was so I'm working like a grid, like I explained to you. I have 80 out, I'll come 40 in on one side, like mowing, like you said, mowing the yard. And they have boxes out there, dude, for man-made structures for fish. Yeah. And it was not waypoint marked, nothing. And usually that shit's marked. So I don't know if they're new. I don't know what it is, but the only reason why I knew it is because when I looked at live, I could see it live time. And I'm like, that's a literal box with holes in it. Yeah. I was pissed.
Hey, you know how to mark stuff on your graph, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My deceased husband was apparently praying out for it. I'm sorry to hear about your husband, Crime Tiger.
That's terrible.
Yeah. It wasn't in an accident, I would assume. I mean, I'm sorry I have to ask. It's just, it happens all the time in our industries, believe it or not. So, yeah, no, Tony, you need to go, bud. You're more welcome to, man. Or if you got time, you can hang out, man. It's up to you. So that right there, dude, I was like, I can't answer this. I'm not gonna speak on that. And when she said that, I was like, no, I'm gonna do the right thing. And I was like, everybody was quick though. There's a couple people was like, I'll call Tony. And I'm like, I'll do it real quick.
Hey, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna bounce.
Yeah, you're good. Ocean, yeah. I've got astrologies and Psychic Sleuth didn't message me back, honestly, but I would assume she gets hounded, to be real honest, dude. I know I seen the video where she was kind of pissed off at somebody the other day, so I was like, just let her be. So with Caleb, or with the Sebastian stuff that came out today with Nick, do you have anything to say about it? Like, how does Seth feel about what was said to the public? Let me ask that.
I got to tell you, I have not seen Nick's article because I just now got to the point where I wasn't working.
Yeah. I just told everybody the same thing, actually. I said, man, Peachy's the one that read it to me, believe it or not.
Yeah, what was the gist of it?
So from what I understand, Ocean would probably be the best to fucking explain this, to be honest. But what I understood was they were letting people know that, hey, it's not a cold case. They're still actively investigating. There is no new information, that a lot of this misinformation has been bad for the case, and which rightfully so, right? We can all agree with that. I mean, I self-handedly done one of them, but at the end of the day, just pretty much like they're, here's the 100-day mark. We are no further than we were then, but they are actively looking. The leads have subsided. Um, there's not as much leads coming in now. And I think that's pretty much the gist of it, right, guys? If I'm not wrong, I think that was it. Just pretty much saying.
Yeah, in the spirit of staying positive, I won't discuss my view of Nick, but I don't need to,
Yeah.
But it's almost like he comes out with these. I'm going to tell everybody what they're doing wrong, and then I'm going to deliver no information, but I want everybody to know that it's factual information. And it's like, well, it's easy to give factual information if you're given nothing.
See, I don't, and that's the crazy part. That's the part I won't say that I disagree with. Like the thing is at what point can we give them any new, like the family? And I'm talking about for Seth, Chris, Katie. Like they need information, man. There's like,
I agree.
here we are. This is a whole family that, and I'm gonna just say this right here. The internet has helped destroy this whole family altogether when it comes to and give. I get it, man. Like I was I'm very opinionated. I was casting stones. We all know this. But then starting to look at it logical, I'm like, I'm a parent, man, and the to be in the shoes of any of them, I couldn't do. I was looking at my son tonight when we was eating dinner, actually, and I couldn't help but to just like stare at him and think in my head, like, I couldn't picture a tomorrow without him. Like, and it's
I look at these cases, and I'll say Caleb's case and Sebastian's case. I look at it this way: either be part of the solution,
yep,
or find something else to do.
I agree with that 100%.
And ask yourself, what am I doing to help these families bring their sons home? And if the answer to that is nothing, then basically, you need to just go sit down and find something else to do. Or even better, if you've got a platform, take that platform and reach out to a family that has a missing child that's not getting any publicity and say, hey, you know what? I've got a platform of 50,000 people, 100,000 people. What I'm going to do is I am only going to cover your child's case until we find them.
Absolutely. Hey, find Caleb Harris, help find Caleb Harris. If you're talking about the above you, it's not to do with Caleb Harris. They're just throwing that out there. Because I seen her immediately question mark. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I think somebody said that
she's a fake account. Yeah, she's going to get that a lot because she's wanting to stay anonymous, and that's who it is. That's all that matters. If like, hopefully that's who it is, right? But
yeah, and at the end of the day,
it's information that need to be out there. Absolutely.
Yeah, if it is a roommate's sister and she started an account to be able to get on here to talk, there's no harm in that.
No, man. I don't think I mean, and even the name, man. I think it's a good name. It's about pushing the names out. At the end of the day, it's what I told everybody. Tony is like, at the end of the day, we can all have opinions, right? And some of those opinions maybe we should keep to ourselves, right? Because it could affect people. But I'm not going to be a part of all this. Like, you know what I mean? You know this. I think the best thing to do is I can be productive in what I do, which is on the boat in the air. And that's where I'm going to stay and just keep pushing, just keep pushing Sebastian's name out there. And, again, I couldn't, looking at my son tonight made me realize a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We got Nicole in here too. Hi, Nicole. How are you? She's she grew the Caleb Harris Facebook page. It's got like 35,000 people in it now.
Dang. That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even see Nicole.
Well, she's listed under friends, I think.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I know who that is. I knew that. I see her. Yeah, she's in a lot of lives actually. So sorry about that. Tony, I ain't gonna keep you, bud. If you want to take off, man, you're more than welcome to.
I'll answer Sister Sledge's question, and then I'm going to bounce.
Got you, bud.
I'm good, Brian. Thank you, sister. Nice wife beater, by the way.
I made it. I'm the only person in the world with my nipples that go in my armpits. I tell everybody all the time, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be right here. Mine hang out over here. Push that shit out. You know, a wife beater, man, is like this. So I'm like, nah, I might have to make my own so they cover my nips.
Is there any truth to the? Oh, sister, I'm glad you asked that question, because we hear a lot of bullshit on these social media streets, and the rumor was even more crazy than that, sister. It was that Seth was at CrimeCon, and that he was asked to do an interview by John Walsh, and he told him he wouldn't do an interview unless he got paid. And he also turned down John Benet Ramsey's dad for coffee. And the humor in all this is Seth didn't even go to CrimeCon. So Seth Rogers is never, ever going to charge anybody for an interview. He's simply either going to say, yes, I'll take the interview, or no, I won't.
So that to me, I mean, thank you for clearing that up, because I've actually heard a lot about that shit today too, man. And I actually,
he wasn't even at CrimeCon, dude.
Well, let me say this. Despite what people say on both sides, okay, the tearing down of these people has got to stop. It's not doing nothing for Sebastian. And at the end of the day, I will say this, is that we should be more concerned about finding Sebastian and bringing him home for the family, and instead of worrying about them. Look, at this point, it's 3 months. It's 3 months down the fucking road. We have to do something. We have to step in and do something, because nothing else is being done. So we positively send a message, be positive about locating him, be positive about bringing him home for the family, despite what anybody thinks, because the truth will come out when he's home.
Yeah, and one of the reasons, and I think you like her a lot too, but one of the reasons that I love Bullhorn Betty.
Yeah, I love Bullhorn Betty.
Yeah, she don't pull any punches. She telling people.
She punched me a couple times.
Yeah, she telling people to either be part of the solution or go sit your ass down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she knows she's dangerous, because she knows where all the bodies are buried.
I believe that, man. That woman. Hey, you know what? Nobody gives her credit, but Steph Case Files. She's a go getter too, man. Believe it or not. Not Bullhorn Betty. Get her, but Steph is good, man. I'd be scared to meet Bullhorn in person, man. She might actually knock my damn teeth out.
One of the things, if you notice, Stephen,
these were $7,000. Sorry.
Hey, I feel your pain, buddy.
Yeah.
One of the things, I was talking to Betty on the phone yesterday, and I told her, I said, the people that are out there stirring up trouble, those are the ones that fight the hardest.
Yeah.
The good people that want to do what's right, those aren't the ones that are out there really getting aggressive and fighting. So if you think about, like I love, how much I love Pascal, right? But Pascal isn't going to get involved in fighting and get into that drama.
No, he's very professional. Very professional.
But now Betty will fight, and she'll wade through the drama to fight, to do what's right.
Absolutely.
And there's not very many like her.
I'll tell you this, astrology is the same way. She's common. She don't give a shit at all. I was talking to her earlier. I was laughing about. There was today, I think, because I was aggravated before I called you, because I was pissed at off at the graphs. I'm sitting there mad. I'm like reading this text from her, and I'm like, "What the fuck, man? I am being productive. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm out here." She's like, "Not like that," and I was like, "Okay." But no, she's cracked me up a couple times. It's good to have those people, man, because they keep a level playing field. If you ask me, like, as far as like, okay, let's bring ourselves back to reality, right? And if it wasn't for people like Bullhorn, we wouldn't hold ourselves accountable, and I think that's the biggest thing, is being accountable. So,
and you know what she'll do too, that's good, is she'll fire a warning shot and say, okay, that's your last warning, and you better listen.
Right? Yeah. Somebody said it's why Tony has his 2 a.m. club. I don't know when the hell Tony sleeps. That's to be honest with you. It's impressive.
Yeah.
You're really on them damn crane sites napping. Don't lie.
Yeah. I got my 2 a.m. club of Bullhorn Betties on TikTok.
Yeah, dude, that woman, she went ham on T-Rap though, man. I was like, holy shit,
Boy.
dude. As soon as she did, I was like, I watched it for about 10 minutes. I was like, I'm just backing the fuck out of here. I'm just not going to see this.
Hey, she made a comment today, and I won't say if anybody listened to it, they know who it was about. But she said, "Woman, you can't keep your mouth or your legs shut."
Dude, she cracks me up, man. I'm very thankful that I think every group needs. Like when you look at this from a standpoint of like, it's almost like a moderator, right? Or somebody mediates that comes in. It's like, hey, look, because I've seen Bullhorn give you shit. I've seen her give everybody shit when she feels necessary, right? But she never crosses that line until you cross that line. If you know
Well,
what I mean? Like,
it's not personal till it's personal.
exactly, yeah. And I
Yeah.
think I seriously think she's amazing, man. Shit, there's other women on the Ocean's one of those ones that will go after you, not like that, but not intentional. Let me say that, unless she makes it intentional. But I don't know. I'm very thankful to have been surrounded, because a lot of people. I want to clear this up with me and you. Apparently, we hate each other, and that's not the case. It's not that I don't work. I don't work for y'all or nothing like that. I'm a part of Sebastian's team. I wanted out of that light because I mean, we saw that there was a misinformation and what led into all that, and I belong out here, and that's being part of a group of people that are trying to locate him, and I'm happy.
Well, look, I mean, look, let me clear part of that up too, because we've had a lot of offline phone conversations about this. You know, what you did was admirable. And you get crucified because there's one bit of information that got misconstrued, and next thing you know, everybody's losing their mind. But you did what a lot of local people could have done that they didn't do, and you've done a lot more to help you and I both than any of the people that are crucifying us.
Well, it's what's crazy. I seen a message, Tony, asking when are you coming to get like help or something like that, and I'm like, well, you got a full time family and you're doing Randy's case plus this case, and you've said. I told him, I was like, no, he said that when he gets a chance, he'd bring his boat too and be right beside me. I said the fact that I could pick up the phone and he knows these right here helps me more than anything, because dude, I was so frustrated when I talked to you because I was seeing over that shadow. I was like, what the hell is this? Why am I? And it was because of my speed. It
Right.
wasn't. I was so pissed at that. And then that slope I sent you a picture of. I'm like, what is that? And it's like one side on the image on the 3D, you could see the trees, but the other one was showing something else. I'm like, no, something ain't right, man.
Well, we did a late night breakdown of that picture of that body I showed you.
Yeah, yeah.
That was probably one of the funniest lives I've ever been on, because those ladies on there just could not understand it. They were losing their mind.
Yeah, I know, dude. Well, I was looking at it today with you, and I'm like, is that his arm? Is that like because there was certain black spots, and I told you, like, and I'm trying to understand what I'm looking at. So if in case I see something, I can, I know what I'm looking at. And we've been fortunate. Tim,
Hey, you see what Chase said? She's the one I was talking about.
what she said?
She said, "Keep it shut."
Shit. You better watch out. She come after you too. She went on her rant the other day too. I stepped in there and I'm like, dude, y'all ever been a part of Peachy's rants on her other page? Peachy gets down, son. She's like, this is my fuck it all page, is what she calls it pretty much. And I was like, I stepped in there and I'm like, there's this woman ripping another one's ass. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the sorry, I'm here right now. I'm just listening. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna pop off of here.
You're good, buddy. Thanks for answering. Seriously.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. If you need anything tomorrow, call me.
Definitely will. It's supposed to storm here, Tony. I'm going out higher hell water. You know this. I can read I can have rain and shit. I've got rain jackets. The only thing I would worry about is the lightning, and if that's the case, I could pull off to the side and get out. So I will tell y'all on this live and with Tony, nothing's going to stop me. I have a mission, and that's what I'm going to do. If it lightens or the wind gets bad, I'll pull off and I'll do what I need to do to protect myself. But I can't do gaps. I logically don't work that way, so I have to. And once I've set my foot forward, I'm just going to keep going. And that's just the best way to, because I don't want to miss on the recordings also how it's recording. I know exactly what waypoint I've got to start out. So like today when I ended, I stopped my waypoint in my and I got my your coordinates, and so I can hit my coordinates, go straight to that spot, start all over again.
Hey, if you get out in that rough water in that skeeter and you turn over, let me know and I'll bring the Phoenix to come get you.
You're just jealous because you don't own a man's boat. It's okay. I understand.
I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
See you, bud. See you. I know your Tennessee realtor. I don't know. Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to Tony? I don't know who, but thank you for doing what you do. Keep the family safe first. Thank you, guys. I know a lot of y'all jumped in here for Tony, and I appreciate that, man. Can you please say a prayer on your life for me? My great uncle passed away today. Justin. Yeah. What's your uncle's name, man? I can get that. Let me run in the house. Let me spit my dip out though before I do some crazy stuff. Like I try not to speak a lot with dip and swallows. You'll see me take it in now a lot. And I'm sorry to hear about your uncle, bud. Burning. Yeah. Let me get a water and I drank all my other one and I'll help you out, my man. Oh man. My mouth is so dry right now. The damn allergies are bad. Burning. Oh man. Y'all hear my guinea pigs? Oh man. My guinea pigs are going crazy. All right, y'all ready for this? So, dear Heavenly Father, I trust in your power and grace that you sustain and restore me. Loving Father, touch me now with your healing hands. I believe that Justin is going through something that's traumatic and very rough at this time, and he doesn't know the answers to the questions he may seek. But if we could all just lift him up in our prayers tonight, and remember his uncle Vernon, who is no longer with us, and that he came home to be with you, Lord. And if we could just, watch over Sebastian's family while we're at it, and maybe Vernon in some way can give us a little hope, and God tell him something to be able to be there with Justin. I know that sometimes we don't know, the things that happen in our life and the reasons why. But we know not to question you, Lord, and just have faith in you, and that you'll do with us what you will and put us in the right direction. I ask that you keep Justin deeply in your arms, or wrapped around in your arms tonight as he lays down. I know this is rough. And Lord, I ask you be with everybody that has some type of negative energy with them, or some kind of feeling about them, that they let that go and they lift them up, and they be with you in your grace. Again, Lord, I thank you for everything you do for me every day, and allowing me to be able to do what I do for these families and for my family. In your name, amen. There you go. So, not the greatest, but I was trying to process it. Yep. But I know some people, I'm like, I literally, I'll tell you this, I have faith. I mean,
That's good.
All right, everybody quit talking. He's back. Let's don't talk about him anymore.
Hey, it's produce made it back.
I am. I saw.
He had to
saw
go
you up
stock the
here. I had to
eggplants.
come in and join the crew. You know.
Hey, we got a lot of testosterone on here now.
Absolutely.
He had to go turn his pineapples upside down again.
I did. What? Hey, I can't remember. Is pineapple good or bad? I forgot.
Do you
Well,
want to
it
be a
depends.
pineapple or an
Depends
eggplant?
on your taste. I mean, it depends on the taste you have on pineapples.
Jane Delta, I just went over and jumped on. Stephen Crabtree called me and asked me to jump on because he had some questions about Caleb. And, boy, girl, you better learn how to hit the mute button.
Sorry.
But so I just got crucified over there on his live because somebody said, I like you, Stephen, but I don't like Tony because he let a law enforcement, a canine officer and an attorney give their theory on a case. And I thought, what in the world are you talking about? I can't keep
What?
from case theories.
Oh God! And did we not specifically say this is not you or anybody's, but our theory?
Well, you know what I said is I said they respectfully asked me before they did it, but I said every other platform just does it.
Damn.
So I can't win for losing. I was over there trying to help Stephen out because he had some questions and
What did he say what else did he say?
No, it was a lady that said it, and she just didn't really respond. I said, I feel more grateful to be able to discuss the case with a retired canine officer and a retired criminal defense attorney than as if it were just Stephen and I here talking. And Stephen said, "Oh, absolutely." So but there's always going to be that one in the crowd,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
one or two or three or 12.
You can't win for losing.
Nope.
Yeah. So, but he had Stephen's been out there. He got a new boat, and he's been out there with that side imaging, looking through Old Hickory Lake, trying to clear that lake. And I've got a lot of expertise reading side imaging sonars. So we were talking on the phone today, and he was FaceTiming me and sending me pictures back and forth, so I could tell him what it was he was looking at.
Oh, good.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So found a road bed, found a sunken car. We found a bunch of stuff.
Wow, that's
Wow.
Now this is in the other case.
In Sebastian's case,
Oh, Sebastian. Okay.
he had a question about Caleb's case, and I talked to Father Randy Harris a few days ago, and I knew that the cloning of his phone was coming, and it became public today, and all of his friends and family see that his phone was back online. So everybody was freaking out about that, and he asked me to come over and explain why everybody was seeing his phone and social media accounts come back online.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, we've over in that case, you heard a lot of people talk early about, U.S. Marshals, Texas Rangers, Secret Service, and everybody was curious as to why people like the Secret Service were involved. And you start seeing phones getting cloned, and that kind of explains that.
Yep.
But you guys know, I don't know if you guys understand why that would be important. If you're connected to Wi-Fi, your iPhone is going to project to your iPad. Well, if the
right.
iPad was powered down or it wasn't connected to Wi-Fi, the last 10 to 20 to 30 minutes, there wouldn't be any kind of information on that iPad. But if you clone that phone, you have everything that happened right up till the phone went down.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's a big deal.
So did they find anything credible on that, or have they said yet?
Oh, they won't release any of that.
A severe
Okay.
thunderstorm warning has been issued for your location.
That's Delta. I figured out where I'd heard that voice before. It's Delta, the one that gives me the weather
A
alerts on my
severe
phone.
thunderstorm
I
warning
think
has been
I
issued for your
think the
location.
storm is in your kitchen.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I said, hey, Tone, I said, what are you doing, babysitting Joe Biden?
Yeah, because he was just a jabbering earlier. Yay!
Spartan, you're asking a question about Caleb. I think as far as movement goes, I think getting this phone cloned would be considered real movement. I don't think we'll ever get to know what they've recovered there that they didn't already have, but I think it's definitely what I would call a break in the case. At least a break in the evidence, let's put it that way.
And how's his dad doing?
Randy is, like I told him over there, it's two completely different dynamics. He's got a very large family, a very large church congregation, and the strength that Randy and Becky have through their faith is just mind-boggling. So, you wouldn't know if he wasn't doing good, but he's definitely doing good. We still speak daily, and a lot of people think that I've abandoned them or whatever. Couldn't be further from the truth. There's just nothing for me to do over there right now.
Well, no, that's understandable.
Yeah, wasn't it, Jen, wasn't it you that I put on the phone with Randy just so he could squash all that?
Yes, it was me.
Okay, Joe.
There he goes
Calm
again.
down, Joe. We got it. He's campaigning already.
Yeah, no kidding. That's his debate speech.
Yes.
Sounds pretty powerful to me.
He knows what his plans are.
Is it true what they say on TV? Does he fall in now and then?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not quite as much as old Joe, but yeah.
Okay.
He likes ice cream too.
Oh, no, he's wrong. Yeah.
But Tony, I'm really glad to hear that you and Stephen are working together with his search and you're helping him out looking at his graphs and different things.
Well, I mean, Henrietta, let's face it. Stephen and I got to be friends pretty early on, and it was all the bad creators that drove a wedge in between us. And if you noticed, when he was out there doing everything he could do to do damage control, you never heard me say anything, never even mention his name, because I felt bad for what he was dealing with, but I didn't have any problem with him. I just thought that it was terrible that he tried to do something to help and then got slaughtered for doing it.
Yeah, it was a really bad deal for him.
I mean, Shane can tell you this. You hear all these people say, well, the law enforcement is not going to talk to just any old civilian off the streets. Well, that's complete bullshit. I can give you situations where, first off, they report to the citizens. That's the first thing you got to keep in mind.
Yep.
Second thing I'll tell you is we had a situation in the other case where a law enforcement officer was actually communicating with somebody that was a friend of the family, and they shouldn't have been doing it, but they were doing it. And it lasted for about a month in text back and forth before we found out and shut it down. So, they can either do it because they owe it to a citizen, or they can do it because they're not doing something right. But to say that law enforcement will not talk to somebody not affiliated with the case, that's just not true. It just depends from one law enforcement location to the next.
That's correct.
I mean, I can tell you right now, I grew up in Joplin, Missouri, and we had an old black guy named J.D. Love, and he was a police officer there in Joplin. And we'd get out there and getting a little rough or whatever, and he would pick us up. Instead of taking us to jail, he'd take us home. You know, they do all kinds of things that don't seem to be protocol. If we got to acting up, and then we go out to the baseball park the next day, he'd come out there at the ballpark and he'd tell our parents what we were up to that was no good. So, you know, these guys have some latitude to do what they want to do.
We just so you know, Tony, it's well, you know this already, but I was going to say that you don't hear about the thousands of things that law enforcement does do that's good.
Yeah.
You only hear about everybody talking about the one cop out of all those thousands that did something wrong.
Yep, that's right. That's right. We had a lot of guys that looked out for us young guys up in Joplin, Missouri, you know, and they had a bad rap too. But I can tell you, there's a lot of times where a guy, you know, have some drinks at the bar or whatever, and if he was a local, one of the cops might pull him over and find out that he had a little too much to drink, and instead of giving him a DUI, he'd drive him home and, you know, park his car in a parking lot, literally get in the guy's car, park it in the parking lot, and then drive the guy home and make sure he got home safe so his life wasn't ruined.
Yep.
That's what they do a lot of times with the kids here. You know, if they end up having a party and they've been drinking, they'll bring them to the parents because they know if they bring them to the parents, that's going to be 10 times worse. If you're brought home by a police officer, you definitely need to answer to your mom and dad.
You're exactly right. Now, I will tell you, when they pulled up to mom and dad's house, they pulled up with sirens are blaring and everything else. They wanted to make their point known.
Well, too, and you have officers like myself that I'm not going to destroy a kid's life before it gets started if I can prevent it.
Well, let's think about this, Shane. Let's just say, you know, you and I are both 45 years old, and we both have kids that are in that, you know, 20 to 22 range or whatever. Well, you know that if you pop that kid with a DUI, that it's going to hurt me, the dad, more than it's going to hurt him.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you're thinking about that as a dad of a teenager to 21-year-old, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the whole repercussions of it all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Spartan, you're right. That's not like the old days at all.
I had my daughter that was broke down and she was about 30 miles from home. It was during the day, but the state trooper stopped, you know, wanting to know if she was okay. She explained where she lived, gave her driver's license, and he talked to us on the phone. We weren't in the area, and he advised that he was bringing her home and that we could get the car later.
Yeah, that's nice. You guys know that I travel a lot, like, you know, 50 to 60,000 miles a year just for work.
Oh my gosh.
And I can tell you that there's been many times I've been on Interstate 29 going north. I've been over on Interstate cutting through North Dakota, and I've seen a trooper with somebody had a flat on the highway side, the driver's side, and he's got the family out and let them come back and sit in his car while he's out there changing a flat on the dangerous side of the highway. I've seen it dozens of times.
But see, people don't, you know, they don't hear about that.
Yeah, you're right.
I've never had any police encounters. except for with my grandfather. Is my mom in here? What was he? Oh, he was the chief of police for Harveysburg.
Cool.
Yeah, I've never had any outside of family members. Never had any personally, but
Me either.
I mean, I've been
but
pulled
I
over
do have
for
family
Oh,
members.
well, when
Oh
my
yeah, I
son
mean
ran,
a ticket, but
when my son ran away and we got him back home and he was still trying to act stupid, I did call the police on him just to teach him a lesson. And it was a lesson learned. But anyway, they were really kind to me, took really good care of me. And I can't say anything bad about the way either one of us were handled. They were very gentle with him and very, kind and soft spoken. And when they were putting him in handcuffs, they told me, "Now, come on, Mom, come back here with me. You don't want to see this." And I thought that was just very loving and tender. So that's my one encounter.
Look at the scrutiny these guys
One
are.
encounter. That was your one encounter with the police, you said?
Yeah, I don't think I've had it anymore, other than working with them and having them in my family.
Uh-huh. You sure
If
about
I've
that?
if if I've ever been pulled over, my hands are on the steering wheel.
Wait
Both
a
of
minute.
them.
Didn't you say you were approached for solicitation?
Oh yeah, there was that time too, but they were nice too. They were laughing. They knew they hated doing it, but they all laughed at us. They were pretty
Did
funny.
did they buy a sweeper?
No, but they did bring us soda.
Well, yeah, they saw how much money you made, so they were like, "Man, you better you better buy her something to drink."
Do you know the crap part about it? I didn't sell not one vacuum cleaner because I didn't have it in me to do the demonstration and suck people out of money.
I'll
So
be
I
right
didn't
back,
make any
guys.
money.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
okay.
Kayla, my mom still has, and my grandma, they still have the Kirby vacuum cleaners. And do you know how heavy those damn things
They
are?
are, but do you know they work?
Yeah, but Lord have mercy.
I had my grandma's, and then I think, it don't matter who ended up with it. That was years ago, but I had hers. What was funny, Mom? Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, talking about like old things. Do you know how
Why are
much
you gonna say that after I said something to my mom? You're like talking about old things.
I didn't mean it like that at all. Delta, come on, get me out of this. Object or something.
Nope. Sidebar, Shane. Sidebar.
Oh boy. But
Absolutely.
you know, like the Corningware when we grew up,
Yes,
do you know how much that stuff is worth now?
I know. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
My grandmother had this beautiful carnival glass and just basically gave it away at a garage sale, and I wanted it. That stuff is worth a fortune.
That's what my dad does. He like looks at these garage sales and these online auctions and he like buys them for pennies on the dollar and he will not say a word when he's making the purchase because he knows how much they're worth. They're on eBay for like 10 grand.
I know. It's insane.
What are you selling for 10 grand?
Corningware.
Oh.
Good grief, that's crazy. Thank you.
Hold on to it seriously and go on like eBay and type it in. You will be amazed. Did he say he say, "What are you doing in there?"
Yeah.
I don't know how he's still going.
It's because he slept late today and then he took a late nap.
Oh, I was
He
like,
slept
he is.
for about 2.5 hours for a nap, but
I wish
he
I
woke
could
up
do
at like
that.
7.
Enjoy it, sweet boy, because
Mhm.
adulthood's sad.
Yeah. Let them be kids while they can. They have to grow up too fast.
They do, and especially in this world.
Hey Shane,
Mhm.
hey Shay, say something. Shane,
Yeah.
how come? Hey Kayla, how come you're the only one that's got that blue box that lights up? Are you
I'm
special or
not.
something?
No, I watch yours lights up when you talk.
I don't
Yours-
see anything lighting up.
Mine lights
Yeah.
Yours
up.
lights up.
Delta,
I
Mine
don't see
lights up.
anybody's light up. I don't see mine lighting up.
Shane's not lighting up.
Mine doesn't light up.
I
No,
don't see
For
mine.
me, it is.
you're
I
not
see-
lighting up for me either, Jen.
That's
I s-
crazy. Yeah, when I see everyone lighting up when they speak.
Yeah, I see everybody lighting up too.
I don't
I
see.
see.
Delta
him.
did pay his
Our
electric
boxes,
bill.
our boxes, guys.
I see
Wow.
Henrietta, Delta, and myself, but not you two.
I see everybody, even
Me and
mine.
Shane are trying to be incognito.
That's how I usually know who's talking. I look at the blue box.
You haven't learned our voices by now?
Oh yeah, but I still, sometimes, you know how it is.
So when Shane talks, you don't know if it's a man or a woman. Is that what
You gotta be crapping me right now.
What now? What?
Henrietta got me on a goose chase, though.
You
I'm
what?
telling you the truth.
Look at this stuff. Right? We all remember it.
I can't see it. What are we looking at?
Where's you ready for the price?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, you talking about the Corningware stuff?
What are we missing?
The price of these dishes.
Oh,
These old time dishes. I have this
Yeah.
one and this one. I could make some money.
Some real money.
well, you remember, guys, and I've got a lot of experience on eBay. No, not by selling, but I got a lot of experience. You can price it whatever you want, but it all depends on if you got the buyer that's willing to pay that price.
They're selling like that though. There's bids on them.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on the people you got to buy. I've got stuff on there that I can ask $50,000 for. Will I get it?
That's what they say in real estate too, Delta. Your house is only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it.
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Kayla,
Uh-oh.
can you bring it up?
Kayla's lighting one up. She's sparking it. Kayla's sparking one.
Don't hate.
Uh,
I said don't hate.
I'm not hating. Hey, puff, puff, puff. Don't forget to pass, pass, pass.
Renee, she's fine. It's her grandson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's hard for me to mute every time he
No, you're good.
makes a noise.
Hey, we're used to listening to Biden by now. You're good.
Yeah. He was mad because the cat won't give him a fist bump.
I'm gonna make a video of Biden and grandkid as a background noise.
Yes, please do.
Kayla, can you bring it up on big screen?
What?
That price.
Hang on, I gotta find it again.
It's a flower. What is that?
I'm gonna screw up her whole thing, but well, that's not what I meant to do. But that's what's happening. So can you see it, Jen?
Nope.
No, I just see your.
Oh, I got to
Okay,
hit
there it
save.
is. Hey, watch the words on there for the advertising of the other site.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. 'Cause
And
that will get us entered.
Oh, it will? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so hang on. There's the price.
Oh wow.
8 bids?
And
Wow.
the Corningware with the blue like flowers, that stuff's up there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm selling the wrong stuff.
Go to like garage sales in different places in your area, estate sales especially. You can get it cheap. Then you have value.
Honestly, when it comes to all that stuff, I wouldn't even know what I'm looking for. I would not know where to even start and I don't.
I
All
have
my
to
sh-
stay
all
away
my
from it.
all
Oh,
my
sorry,
shit
Delta.
all my shit says made in China.
You don't ever go to antique shops?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What?
Why would I go to an antique shop?
Oh my God, they're amazing.
Why?
I don't know. They're amazing. That's not something I can explain.
Oh Lord. All right, Lori, sexy mama, this ain't the place for you to find that, honey. You need to go somewhere else for that.
We don't have any for you. You want some Corningware? You want to?
Oh gosh.
Hey, Kayla.
It's got great suction.
Kayla,
Yeah.
your mom said she's got the blue one.
Do you still have the blue ones?
Sorry, that person asked me to mute, so I muted them.
He says, I'm not tired.
Right.
Oh goodness.
No kidding. Well, I'll be there like in 7 days, so we may be rich.
Beryl, hold on to that set. Brenda, you too.
Shane, look at the other Shane. Delta.
Oh, here comes another officer.
Now you made Joe angry.
We just talk about all sorts of things in here.
That was funny though, Henrietta.
What?
We have Corningware.
You want
You
to
want
Hoover
some
back?
of that?
Shane, are you working right now or?
You want to come up, Shane? Oh wait, this ain't my life. You're gonna have to ask Cajun.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care, girl.
We're selling Corningware, Hoover vacuums, and Kirby's.
Well, Kayla, when your mom said she had the blue one, I didn't know what she was talking about. I thought she meant, them blue chews they're talking about now. That's hot.
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure she don't have blue balls.
Nah, we know she don't have that. We both don't have that. We have a problem if she has that.
I don't have the thing to invite him.
Okay, hang on, I'll get it. There she goes.
Oh my goodness, go Luna!
Damn, it looks like my cat.
He gave her catnip.
Oh gosh.
Dawn, I don't know if Tupperware is worth anything. I haven't checked on that, but you might maybe look on those other sites.
Shane, can you send a request? I can't find you on the list to bring you up.
And I have
You can't
heard
find
old
him, Kayla?
Avon stuff is worth.
Well, I don't have the little hoochie doo down here.
The hoochie do?
Really?
He's in.
Now we're
He's
talking about
in. He's in here. Yeah, I probably have to update my phone because
Okay.
but
Because you have full mod. Oh, wait. No. Oh, hang on. Wrong one. There we go.
You
Yeah.
have a hoochie coo.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have full
where's
mod
Nikki?
access.
Where's Nikki when we need her?
yeah, I don't
I
have
know.
a thing for the gift.
Oh, that's weird.
I have gift throws.
Well, it's like that. It's like that on yours for me. It doesn't give me the full access either. Like I can block people and all that, but I can't bring people up.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Who can?
I wonder if it's because
But
we have too
Kayla
many
can
mods.
block you, Cajun.
Yeah, she can block me.
I was about to try it until
You
I
guys-
realized.
You guys are mods and don't know how to use them? Seriously?
Yeah, we know how to do it, but it's been acting up. It's been acting up here lately. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
Farrell,
I
are you
wonder-
still in here? Can you see if you can find Shane, the other Shane, and bring him up for me? Because I can't find him on the list. I'm looking
Now,
one
if
more
he
time.
disappears, just heads up, if he disappears, he is on patrol, so he might, when he gets a call, he just,
Yeah, I don't see him in the list to bring him up.
Maybe change your layout so he can see a box to request and then go back to this layout.
I mean, I don't care
And I'm
what
dropping.
layout I have anyhow. I mean,
Whoa. That was quick and unexpected.
sorry.
Good night, guys. Have a great night.
There it
You
is.
see it.
Okay.
There we go.
there we go. Mr.
I'm
Shane,
dropping.
how are you?
Everybody have a good night.
Good, man. I
Hey,
got.
Shane.
Good night,
I don't
Henrietta.
know what I got in on. I heard cats and blue chew and blue balls. I don't know if this is what I need to be in.
Are you working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is safe for work.
Yeah, this is not really a safe space. I wouldn't say.
We can behave. Oh, hello, little man.
What'd you say? You can behave?
Yes.
Okay, you. When you said
Well,
we,
I said we, but
well, you better have a mouse in your pocket when you say we. Who dropped? Something just got smaller, and it wasn't me.
Oh gosh. I had to block my camera really quick because I didn't realize he was in front of it. Come here, baby. Here. Come here.
Mom
Cool.
says put your seatbelt on.
I got my seatbelt on. Policy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So what are we buying and selling here?
What's that?
What are we buying and selling in here?
Well,
Whatever
we
we
got
can.
some right. Well, a
Or
couple
do I
nights
want to
ago,
know? Let's start with that.
well, you may not, because a couple nights ago we were auctioning off Delta and Shane.
Yeah, they were pimping us out.
Man, I tell you what,
I never
I
felt
don't know
so
about
dirty.
I don't know about Shane, but man, they pay top dollar for Delta, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I got thrown on the. Yeah, Delta was highly recommended.
Yeah, right.
We took a poll. 73% wanted Delta.
Yeah, out of what? 3?
10.
There you go.
Well, that's
Shane's a
because,
Sh-
again, Stallion, cute, the Pony Express. I mean, it's in the words.
well, Shane's a dog lover and Delta's a cat lover, so
Yeah. So Shane likes bitches and I love pussy, right? Is that what you're saying?
Don't get the banana.
you-
Watch your
man.
mouth.
I forgot. I forgot. I totally forgot. Oh,
Damn, Delta.
I didn't say that. So that didn't come from me. Shh.
So to answer your question, Shane, I don't know if it's safe.
yeah.
And I'll just recant and say I can behave.
Yeah, right. You're the ringleader. What are you talking about?
For some reason, when she's around, we tend to act out.
Yeah, absolutely. She's an influencer.
It happens.
Oh, yeah, believe me. Hey, we were 2 retired fellas enjoying life. Next thing you know, we're walking the streets being pimped out. We don't know how.
There's worse things that happen, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. You ain't lying there. You
Well,
ain't lying.
at this point, us being on this end now, the worst thing would be seeing you if we're walking the street.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If I see you guys, I'm going the other way. I'm just going to tell you. I'm not riding that report.
Interesting there. Interesting day there, Shane. No, normal. Nothing to see here, folks. Keep moving.
That's right. I guess the whole pimping out thing would be all dependent on who the transaction went through with.
Well, the madam's not here today yet. She was earlier. She's the one that sets the prices, so we were going pretty cheap too.
I don't know if that's. I don't know what to think about that.
I mean, we didn't set the price. We don't set the price.
Heck, we didn't even set up the transaction.
Absolutely.
For 3 easy payments of $29.99.
There you go.
But we want it all up front and it's got to be cash.
You see
Or
how
she gets, I'm just doing what the madam says because I'm in charge of the money and she will hurt me if I do not provide it. So I'm just
But
saying.
wait, there's more.
Yes.
If you call right now, you get a set of Ginsu knives.
Right.
I don't want to. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa. Pimping us out with Ginsu knives will not work. No. Hey, what I just really got a flashback of Lorraine Bobbitt.
Oh my God.
No.
That's terrible.
No.
No, but I do wish you'd go visit a certain somebody
Yeah.
with The letter C in his name.
Oh yeah, we know what you. Hey, I'm picking up what you're throwing. Yeah.
Are you sure? Because you can't remember their initials to save your soul.
Well, I mean, yeah. What? So I hit the wrong target.
Well, Shane and I put him in jail. Delta gets him out. So
That's a good point, Shane.
You got me there.
Hi, Luna. Bye, Luna.
You got me there. Okay, I got nothing for that one yet. But I reserve my right to rebuttal.
I object.
you have the right to remain silent, but you lack the ability.
Hey,
Exactly.
let me
What
tell
do you
you,
expect?
I got the right to do a lot of things.
What do you expect coming from a defense attorney?
I don't know. I'm getting pretty good on my legal jargon. I've been watching Suits. I'm on season 4.
I love that. I like that show.
I couldn't get into it because she's on it.
Because who?
Because Megan's on it.
Uh,
She got on my nerves.
Megan, is that the brunette?
Yeah. Meghan
She's
Markle.
like isn't she like like in royalty or something?
Yeah,
Like she
she's
married a prince.
yeah, she's Prince Harry's wife.
Why did she get on your nerves?
Her acting got on my nerves.
Oh, how long did you watch it?
About 3 episodes.
Oh, you got
In
to
and
keep
out.
watching. Yeah, it gets better. You didn't get hooked yet.
There's got to be a better show.
uh-huh. Did you ever see that show Lincoln Law?
No.
I don't think I did.
Is it Lincoln Law or Lincoln Lawyer? One of those two. It's Lincoln something.
I think it's Lincoln Law.
I think it is. I think I saw it. I think it is Lincoln Law.
Yeah.
I thought it was Lincoln Lawyer.
I don't know.
Gee, I'm about to find out.
I
I
got
thought he
the
said
internet
Lincoln
at my
Logs.
fingertips.
I'm about to find out.
I bet she beats you. She is fast.
Yeah.
It's Lincoln Lawyer.
Lincoln Lawyer?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Well, I hope she would beat me. I'm one hand pecking with a stylus here. That probably didn't sound good.
Probably not. But it's in the right
But you're in the
place
right forum for it.
Right?
Yeah.
Good night, Gutierrez. Love you, girl.
You did say you were alone in your patrol car.
Yeah.
It could be worse. You could be alone with a canine in the patrol car.
There's laws against that, isn't there?
Yes.
Hey, only if you get caught, I guess.
Did he say something about wanting soup?
I think that.
Do what?
Hey, Kayla.
What?
I think Karen's got. I think the Karen's for questions for you or something.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about either.
Oh, okay.
Karen, what do you mean, honey?
Because she did.
Oh, I know what she means. She needs Sebastian's flyer. You can tell her to go to tn.gov and type his name in and get the official flyer.
And Karen, just for your information, you tagged yourself, right?
I do it all the time.
I mean, it's the same thing as talking to yourself. I mean, we all do it in real life at times. And if you don't, you're lying. If you say you don't, you're lying.
Oh, I've done it.
Just don't answer yourself.
Right. That's where the issue comes in.
Well,
Was somebody
I mean,
asking about Sebastian? Is that what that? I can't read the comments.
Yeah, it's about Sebastian.
Is there anything new come up on that? Have they found his body or anything?
No, nothing. That would be a no. He answered for all of us.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe.
No, there's been nothing new. Are you following it, Shane?
We talked about it a little bit. I don't, not really. I feel like the parents are involved some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Heavy rain has been detected near your location.
Who's got a heavy rain?
Well,
It's
it's
not
not a
raining
thunderstorm
here.
morning anymore.
What kind of rain?
I have heavy rain.
Oh, I was about to say it's not raining here. I had it earlier, but it's not here now.
It's been raining here off and on all day.
Delta, you're wrong.
What? That's what my ex told me it was raining.
I'm not his ex, guys, just to make that clear.
No, yeah, no. No, that's how I learned the emojis. That's how I learned the emojis. Yes, that's how I learned the emojis.
I don't know what time it is where those kids are. If you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or what, but they sure don't sound like they're going down anytime soon.
It's only one kid.
Oh, it sounds like about 3.
It's little Joe Biden.
Man, don't do that kid that way. He didn't do nothing to deserve that.
That's what Delta said earlier.
That's terrible. I'm suing him for slander.
You're suing for slander, and I'm charging him for abuse.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't even know about us.
Hey, he talks better than Biden.
Yeah, he does.
I
That's what
know.
I
He's more
said.
clear. He's a year and a half, and it's more clear.
I need some of whatever he's had today to make it for a couple more hours.
That's what I said. And all it was a late nap. Can you imagine if a late nap gave you that?
Yeah, for real.
Shit, late nap made me just want another late nap.
Right?
Hey, he'll sleep late tomorrow, though.
Who's sleeping late?
My
Baby.
look, my grandson, baby Joe.
Yeah.
Man, quit. Y'all got to quit. I know his name ain't Joe. Y'all got to quit.
Mr. Tony is back.
Hey, welcome back, Tony.
Oh,
Give me
now
that.
there's the coffee cup.
It's not a ball. Give me that. No, it's not a ball. Give it to me.
What is it? Or do we want to know? Probably not. Oh my God.
Oh, it's got to be something.
Oh,
He's
it's
laughing so hard, it's got to be something. You know you got to show us now, right?
He's got a booger.
Oh, bleh.
Yeah, don't show us.
Man, that's terrible. Get the
He
booger
rolled
away
it up
from
in
the
his
kid.
fingers and he said it's a ball.
Get that booger away from that kid, please. I'm gonna throw up. Get it away from him.
I've cleaned his hands. He's good. To be fair, it's his own booger.
Let me find out she.
Upstairs.
Let me find out she ate.
I got hot water in my mouth.
Damn, she's crying
I have real tears.
over there. Hey, do we need to call 911? You okay?
I might need a defibrillator.
I need to know your home address. I'm sending child services now. Between the Joe Biden and the boogers, this is over the top.
If you guys could have seen him though, he
We
was
don't
so
want to.
confident. He was so confident.
And
It's
you're
a ball.
egging it on.
Yes, I know you had a ball.
No, he didn't have a ball. You're egging it on. You're encouraging him. Are you this child's grandmother?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. What is this world coming to? Oh, we're doomed. So now every time he picks his nose, he's gonna think it's a ball. And when he's in kindergarten eating his boogers, you're gonna go explain that.
He's
Hey.
never done that before.
When he springs into another child, oh, we were just playing catch.
Yeah.
Be on having recess on the playground, and the kids say, "We don't have a ball." Wait, hang on, I got you.
Yeah. He gets a black eye because he's fixing on somebody. Good
It's a
God,
sticky one.
Oh my God.
She's just acting.
Somebody take the ammunition out of my.
Oh, okay. I think I'm good now. The ball is gone.
No, listen.
And Tony left again.
Yeah, you heard ball and booger and yeah.
He was out. He's like, these people. He wants to hang with us so bad, and he just can't.
I know.
I will get on my Amazon and log in and buy that kid a ball.
He only has 492. He's obsessed with anything that's in the shape of a ball.
That's gonna be interesting later.
Yeah.
He's still saying it. We need to go to commercial break.
Well, you guys asked.
Should have told me I didn't want to know.
But that would make you want to know more.
Exactly.
You didn't.
I'm sure
become an
you've
author.
seen worse
Right.
than a booger from a 1.5-year-old.
Right.
If you haven't lived very much. Oh, goodness.
That wasn't the point. The point was you're encouraging.
You're encouraging.
So, how would you have handled that in my situation?
I wouldn't have laughed. I would have went in the other room and laughed.
You'd have probably been gagging.
Yeah, I probably would have threw up. I only deal with that kind of stuff when I got adrenaline going. If it's just a regular old whatever, I'm like, no, I'm no good.
Damn.
You never
He's
know what
still
you're
over
gonna
there.
get. In
Ball. Shit, he might be Joe Biden's kid. Oh my God. He's got it. Teach him another word.
Now remember, Biden can only remember so many words at a time. Let's not rush him.
What word should I teach him?
I don't know.
Booger.
Yeah, tell it.
Teach
Teach
him
him what a
booger.
booger is.
Bubba, say booger. Say booger. Hey, say booger.
That's,
Yeah, he don't like that one. That one's not fun.
that's 2 syllables. That's got him all jacked up.
Oh, he can say 2 syllables.
Yeah,
He's
then
more
you talking
advanced than
about-
old Joe.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
His mother's not in this chat.
No.
No.
Boy, he's having the time of his life.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
He's keeping everybody entertained.
We had somebody in here earlier telling me to mute.
No.
She
don't
said,
say that.
she said, what's that background noise? And then she said, somebody needs to mute. And everybody was telling her it was my grandbaby. And then she said, well, please mute. So I muted. I just didn't mute him. I muted her.
There you go.
I'm sorry you came on my platform. So if you don't like what I've got going on mine, scroll on.
Oh my God.
I got a headache from all this.
Okay, hey Shane, I can see you pulling somebody over and he's got his fingers deep up that nose. Are you playing with
Yeah.
a ball?
Man, I swear, if I see somebody with a booger tonight, I'm just tasing them. That might as well be a deadly weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
No, come here. Kitty's not giving you a fist bump. Come here. No, I'll give you a fist bump. Grammy will. Come here.
Let the cat lick his nose.
His nose is clean now. He took care of that. He just cannot understand why the cat will not give him a fist bump. He's been trying so hard.
The cat got claws.
Yeah.
They give it. Let him fist bump him one time. He won't do it no
Oh, he
more.
has. He has. He's just fearless. He don't care.
See, Kayla, Mom says she kept your nose clean.
You did. Yes, you did. You always have your freaking fingers up my nose. That's what it felt like as a kid. She put the tissue over it and would squeeze my nose. I'm like, Jiminy Christmas, get off it.
Would she say blow too?
Yes.
Blow, blow.
Yep.
And I bet you use
Easy.
your mouth. You go.
We're going in the ditch again.
I never thought we were out. Hey, we dug so far deep. We're halfway through China, and our madam's got a passport. So hey, we got nowhere to go.
God. Bob.
Oh, gosh. Elena's got a chicken.
Man, you promised there's only one kid there.
I promise. Let Mama see it. It's too noisy right now. Oh. Get a quiet toy. No. Chicken. No, chicken's going to bed. Quit.
Don't choke it.
A severe thunderstorm has been located for your location.
My granddaughter actually said that one day. My grandson had it. He had it. He was choking it. She said, Grammy, Bubba is choking the chicken.
Oh no.
Luna. Look, we're about to have a funeral for the chicken. He's back now.
What's
Phone
good, Tony?
Phone doesn't ever quit ringing.
Yeah, I know.
I thought we grossed you out.
No, that day.
Hell no.
What?
No, Luna. The chicken went to bed.
No, I'm leaving that
Uh,
one alone.
I got to jump off here and take care of some business. Y'all have
All
fun.
right.
Have a
All
good-
right.
Hey,
Have fun.
hey, don't be too hard on her. I mean him. Or
Okay. See ya.
Stay safe, Shane.
All right. Bye.
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 He normally just drops when he gets a call.
yeah. Boy. Phone never
Really?
stops ringing there, Tony, does it?
No, no. And there was some stuff that came out with Caleb's case today, and I had to jump over on Stephen Crabtree's live and talk about some things. I had to get on the phone with the father, and it's always something.
Yeah, not my dumbass waking you up this morning.
Well, I needed to get up at some point, so you were my alarm clock.
I swear to God, I forgot you're on the other side of the world. I did. That's what sucks being on the East Coast.
Yeah. In my normal life before the last 3 months, I'd have been up 2 hours before that. But this last three plus months has been it's definitely been different.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it's been rough. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, I'd go with rough.
Wow. That's one of those, you get your sleep in when you can.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta try to take some time for you, though. Don't get so worn out that it, makes you sick.
Yeah, I tried to do a little bit of that this weekend, but you know what they say, try is a down payment on failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. You know, why can't they just keep it around the world clock at the same time? Psh. So what you do, you get it, you're gonna do fishing, kind of competitive fishing?
Good night, Shane.
What'd you say, Delta?
Are you gonna do any competitive fishing? Or?
I don't have a tournament coming up for a few weeks here.
Oh, okay.
So I did a little pleasure boating this weekend, and then we left. We got a little resort that we're a member of over here, so we took the boat over there and went and hung out there for a while. Then went out to my buddy's farm and rode the side by side for a while. We tried to cram as much in as we could.
Now, you don't put any sinkers in your fish, do you, when you competitive?
Wow, that's walleye fisherman.
You saw that one, didn't you?
I did. I
Well,
probably
I
had
thought they would have crucified those guys.
I probably had 100 people send that to me. You know, somebody got caught again here about 3-4 weeks ago doing that,
Oh, really?
but it was bass this time.
Damn. That's just I don't know. I mean, how do people think they can get away with it? I mean,
It's probably some of these YouTubers that are causing trouble that did that.
I could never understand. You know, I mean, this guy I could see maybe 1, 2 fish. That man had everything in his bucket was full of those weights.
Well, if you remember, he also had like a bunch of filleted shad and stuff shoved down there. It wasn't just weights.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, when you're running the scales at those tournaments, you get to the point where you can tell, you know, if a fish is 5 pounds and you pick it up, you know it's going to be 5 pounds. If you pick it up and it's 6.5 pounds, you know something isn't right.
Right, exactly. Now, I seen the video and I thought it was funny, but you know, I'm assuming they got charged, right?
They not only got prosecuted, they had to give the boat back that they had won in one of the tournaments, and they got sued for a bunch of the money. I mean, it wrecked them.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You know, it definitely ended their fishing career.
Mm.
Kayla, how are you doing this evening?
Kayla, you gotta take the mic. You're muted. You gotta unmute yourself.
She's not even paying attention. She probably went to make some food or something.
No, she'll come back like, oh yeah, no, I heard everything.
Yeah, she left. Jen left. It's just you and I here talking.
Yeah, you know, there you go. I guess we got entertained.
No, I'm here. It was just noisy.
Wow.
Yeah, I never really understood, you know, cheating in any way, shape, or form, but definitely not in a sport like that where if you win, you really didn't win.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
But it's all about money. And some of these tournaments, I mean, we had a tournament on my lake this last weekend where the biggest bass in a 2-day weekend, the biggest bass paid 100 grand.
Damn.
Of course, they polygraph them all and everything.
Yeah, it's people don't understand how you can make some serious money for doing something you enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to make a living as a tournament bass fisherman because you don't cash a check more times than you do. But I mean, what's there to brag about winning if you cheated, even if you get the money?
Exactly.
And I think those walleye guys shove weights in every fish they weighed in, if I remember right. Because they had them all cut up. Every one of them they caught, they pulled weights out of.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was looking at. I was like, okay, one. Wait, there's another. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. I'm like, what the hell?
And
okay, guys. I mean, he literally had to tell the other people, don't go near them.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought they were going to jump those 2 young guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I tell you what, they would have every right to be pissed.
Well, especially the guys that finished runner-up in some of the other tournaments.
Exactly.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. I know Kayla's here because she just typed in the room.
Yeah, she back. She might have had to take a potty break.
Yeah, that's true.
I was grabbing a candy bar.
I told you she was eating.
Well, yeah, she was. He's just been trying to uh, ask you questions and no response.
Yeah, I asked you how you were doing this evening.
I am doing well. How are you?
Hershey's.
With almonds, even.
Oh, the almonds. You got to have them nuts, right?
Oh, stop.
I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you better be careful because tomorrow on YouTube they'll say that I made that comment.
Oh,
Right?
shit, right. Hey, did you hear what Tony was saying?
Right?
Vengeance lies.
They're in there dissecting
I think.
Seth's interview right now.
Hey,
We had a rumor going around today that Seth was at CrimeCon and Joe Petito John Walsh tried to talk to him and Seth wouldn't do any interviews without getting paid. And then,
God.
John Benet Ramsey's dad, John, tried to have coffee with Seth and Seth turned him down and Seth wasn't even at CrimeCon.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, see those are platforms that just need to be shut down.
And they wonder why I didn't want him going to CrimeCon. It was he already got crucified and he wasn't even there.
Right.
Oh, absolutely understandable.
So if he would have been seen there, then it would have given more air to those rumors.
Yeah, but it's like you said, Tony, the man can be sitting at home not doing a damn thing and he gets accused of everything.
Oh, he definitely does. It's easy for me to say that he wasn't even there when nobody saw him there. But if he'd have been there, it would have been much, much tougher.
I agree.
I just didn't feel good about, both fathers were invited there and they were gonna fly us in and put us in VIP and all that. But in good conscience, I don't think it's a good situation for a dad that has an active child missing to be there speaking.
Right. Well, hey, Tony, that's why you were there, man.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like Joe Petito, a guy that can be a resource for a father that's going through this. Now that we've had a couple, 3 years to get past his tragedy, I completely agree with somebody like that being there.
Right.
But not when it's raw.
Even John Ramsey, because it's been years and years since they found, John Benet. But, just an active case, I just didn't feel good about it.
No, I agree.
I feel bad for Seth in so many different ways.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I think that the people that are shedding him in a bad light, there's a special place for those people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously I'm partial to him because of the relationship we have, but even if I was just following the case, I mean, everybody with half a brain knows that he's innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then Tony, you got those one idiots that it doesn't matter. You could tell somebody the sky's blue and they'll say, no, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I told Jen one time, I said, I think if it rains tomorrow, I'm going to be blamed for it raining.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Or the drops are not perfect enough.
Yeah.
You could give them $1 million. They'd drag you for not giving them 1,000,001.
Yeah, I do think though, you guys tell me you'd probably better on this, Kayla, but I do think this last 4 or 5 days, things have settled down a little bit, not only on TikTok, but in YouTube as well.
It has. They're on right now.
Yeah.
But it's not causing drama here. So
Yeah. Well, and at some point, you've gotta start losing followers when you're sitting and playing other people's videos all night.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's, they call these people content creators. They don't call them content copiers.
Correct.
And if you don't act in such a way that would ever get the spokesperson or the father to be on your platform, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I've seen one of the videos about him, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So let me get how this works. You're on YouTube. You're streaming a live show, and then you're commenting on the people on the panel. Okay, so why don't you have anybody in your live?
Right.
Well,
Why not just go to the live that you're streaming about?
Well, if I follow one of those creators, I'm going to quit following them and figure out who it is that's getting the actual real people on the live, and I'm going to go follow it there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
But when we first got started a month ago, I went to a lot of these content creators on YouTube, and a lot of them were doing a lot of things they shouldn't be doing. But I extended an invitation. I said, hey, if you want Seth on your show, let's talk and let's figure this out, and let's make sure that we're all here for the right reasons. And they weren't really interested. It was like they wanted to be hate channels more than they wanted to be factual channels.
Wow.
So even some of the ones that I don't care for at all, I reached out and said, hey, let's have a conversation on the phone, and let's talk, and let me answer the tough questions for you ahead of time. And then, I'll bring the father on your platform. And several of them didn't even want to talk on the phone.
Wow. But then they have the nerve to say something.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's, to me, it's no different. You and I, Delta. I mean, if we need to really understand real information, we don't do it in public. We talk about it on the phone.
Absolutely.
And then, whatever we talk about in public, we've already got an understanding as to what we've talked about in private.
Yep, absolutely.
I would never take a client and put him on a platform without talking to the interviewer first about some of the things that are flying around out there and making sure that the client is safe.
Absolutely.
And I'm adamantly against call-in shows, because anybody that can randomly call in and start blasting the victim.
Right.
And I just don't like that. And, now when Betty did it, she did a fantastic job with it. And she controlled the questions. And if she didn't like, she'd take somebody's super chat money. And if the question was nasty, she'd just take their money and not even ask the question.
Damn.
And she'll use her,
Okay, I'm back.
and she'll use her money to go search for Sebastian.
Got the baby put down.
Was it easy?
Oh yeah, he always lays right down.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think there was any big news today. I think that Nick came out with another one of his baloney stories, and I think people are talking about that, but basically it said there was nothing new, and there's still a bunch of misinformation going around all over social media. So
That's all I took from it.
yeah, that's really all I got.
Pretty much the exact same things that they've said every time.
Yeah.
Except for, he had to get his dig in with the armchair detectives. That was a poor taste.
Yeah, and he wonders why nobody that knows him likes him.
That's why I don't go to lives that act like that. That's just poor taste.
Right.
Well, and if you guys followed the case from the beginning, you know that the first guy to put out misinformation was Nick himself.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's standing up there on his high horse criticizing other people for what he thinks is false information.
You know, we can't condemn people for discussing theories. They're
Right.
going to do it.
Well, I mean, isn't that what the true crime community is? It's people that get on and speak about the case in a positive way and discuss it. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Right. I don't know of anyone that covers any case that doesn't talk some theories.
Well, I mean, what is there to talk about when you're talking about the case? You can only talk about a child so long that you've never met.
Right. You know, when you're not getting any kind of information, then that's all it leaves you with is just to come up with your own theories.
You know, and I don't mean it with any disrespect, but everybody talks about how they love Sebastian. The truth is, the only one that I know that loves Sebastian is his father.
Yep.
What we love is we love the thought of the boy, and we love, you know, supporting the father that's looking for his son, but none of us knew Sebastian.
Right. Right.
That's a very good point.
You know, I told Seth in front of the
That's a very good point.
I told Seth in front of the
Very good point. What happened?
Delta dropped.
I think somebody was echoing. Hidden treasure. I don't think Stephen found anything today. I think he was trying to figure out his graphs.
Yeah, I think I had a feedback for some reason.
Okay. You know, a lot of times that'll happen if you have a phone call while you're on the app. If you're on a live or in a box and you
Right.
get a phone call at any point. Yeah, that doesn't mean that someone's recording. A lot of people think that, but it doesn't mean
No.
that someone's recording. It's feedback because someone received a phone call or something like that and didn't close the app out before coming back.
Guys, I'm going to call it a night and try to get some rest. I appreciate you, Jen and Kayla and Delta, as always, and I'll be in touch with you guys.
Sebastian,
Alrighty.
Tony, if you can, you know, sometime, even tomorrow morning, like I said, my meeting's at 4.
Yep,
If you can, you know, text me some of that stuff.
I will. You'll have some stuff from me before probably 10 o'clock tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
All right. See you guys.
Get
Good
some
night.
rest.
Good
too.
night.
Get some rest.
Good night. Look, Luna's making me tired.
And she finally wore herself out.
Well, after them
I had to keep it
Zoomies.
muted. Yeah, I had to keep it muted during all that because she had the chicken and it was
Did
just way
she?
too much noise. Yeah.
You're welcome, whatever I did. See, I say you're welcome. I don't even know what I did.
You can't lay down right after you eat. Are you serious?
No, you got to stay up for at least what they say. You can't swim for a half hour, right?
Yep.
That's right.
So you can't go to sleep for 45 minutes.
I used to hate that rule when I was a kid.
Oh, they had us on that, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
We fell for that.
Yes, we did.